Okay, so as you know, our topic is balancing work and family. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how to make that run more smoothly. Um, First off, we're going to talk a little bit about work politics. As you all know, it's very easy to not have the same opinion as someone else in the workplace. So when we're talking about the politics at work and the way people feel about certain subjects, it's best as an employer to have an agreement with your staff that if it doesn't have anything to do with the work environment or the bettering the business, then let's leave it out of the workplace because it's only going to cause problems, it's only going to cause controversy, and that's not what you need, especially when it has nothing to do with what's going on at work. Secondly, we're going to talk about leaving work at work. So, it's very important not to drag all of the issues and the stress from work home with you, because if you constantly bring home that stress and the constant problems and negativity, then you're only going to cause more issues for yourself at home. When you start to do these things, work feels like work and it's stressful, but then you come home and home feels like a job as well. So it's very, very beneficial to you to just leave those problems at the door. When you start becoming engaged and active in the family dynamic, it really starts to feel like a release, like home is an escape from all the problems, and you don't have to think about things for a while. So just try to be positive and leave those things out of it, and feel open to confide in a spouse about things, but don't always talk about that. That can be problematic in a marriage if it's always negative and always about work. So, thirdly, employees without families is very important, because you have to keep in mind that some employees have families and young children and are not able to work the late hours, work the early hours, things like that. They have to pick up kids from school, they have to make dinners, help be there for homework, things like that, important things. And you as an employer can't give them those crazy hours and things like that. It's going to be very difficult to find employees who are able to work for that when they have families, so you have to keep that in mind. Also, employees without families, you can definitely utilize these people, find their strengths, and work with them. One strength is that they don't have a family, so they can work the late hours. They can be very beneficial for traveling when you need someone to travel for the company, go on business trips, and help the business out that way. Just be sure you know everything that your employees are worth and what they can really do for you and what they can't as well, where their limits are. Lastly, we're going to talk about compromise. So, it creates a very good business relationship when you compromise with your employees and your coworkers. For example, for those employees that do have the small families, the small children, things like that, offer a daycare service at the office. That way they are able to work some later hours and work for you, and they won't have to be worried about their children and picking them up from school and things like that. It's a compromise, both ends get something out of it, and it's not really an issue for you. So all in all, we just have to be sure to balance work and family if we want our business to be successful and to run smoothly. So now, Lakeisha is going to talk to you about delegating, priorities, family time, and vacation.